Bo here. Good to see you. Today, I don't know about you, but it's kind of spring and I am going to clean up my art desk a little bit. It's getting kind of cluttered with practice things, but some of these things I want to remember and I want to keep. And so this is my little kind of a junk journal, art journal, and I just kind of practice various things in it. And I just piddle. Some things I don't like. And I learned from what I don't like because it moves me towards what I do like. And this is just coloring, wording. I don't have my writing down good. Sometimes I do fairly well. But this is just what I kind of mess around with. And I like this because I can color it later. I've created my own coloring page. And even though there's things I would do differently, it would look so nice once colored. So these are just some of the things I've done in this. This is another thing yet to be done. I have these little coasters. Let me grab one real quick. I get them on Amazon. And they are like a cardboard. They're pretty firm. And to use them as a coaster, it'd be one time, or you would have to decorate it and then seal it. But I use these a lot to create designs. And so that's what these two are. Kind of just I like paisley real well, butterfly. I love these little houses. You know, and you could use these for other things. Cut them up if they fit on a card, something like that. And weeds are, you know, you pick weeds, but yet they're so cute. And I love cactus, of course, so I put it in some pottery. And these are things that I'll go through and go, yeah, I think I want to make that again. I think I want to try that again. The bird shape is kind of tricky if you want to make a little chunky bird. It is when you're first starting out to just get the belly right and the head right and the tail. And that was fun to try. And these little homes, and these are little dangles. I think that's actually what they're called. And here, just practicing all kinds of little things. So let me see. Obviously, I've used this for other things. Spanish words. That's kind of cute. I like that plant a little bit. My owl. He has quite an expression. This would be cute on a card for a child. A little ice cream cone would be really cute. Obviously, I started gluing here because things are sticking together. This is when I started doing kind of a mixed media art, which I like. I don't feel like I'm real fluent in it, but I do like trying it. I like trying all new things. This is the last thing I did, which is on the YouTube page. So this is kind of where we stop. So we're going to go through some of the bits that I want to clean up and see what I want to keep. And then what we'll do is just glue it so that I've got the idea on paper somewhere. This is supposed to be a jar. I'll think about that. I'm not sure. This is one of the coasters working with a nature scene. And what I discovered with this is not watercolor paper, so it absorbs and it will start pilling if you work with it too much. So it's not a good medium for watercolor. It's great for colors, though. It does fine on colors. I've done this scene before, so I don't think I want to keep that. What I'll do is I'll use the other side and practice something on it. And these are little punched out circles. This is a stamped bird. I didn't draw this, although I wish to do that one day. And these are on watercolor paper, so I've been working with watercolor. They're really nothing special because I didn't draw the bird, and so I don't think I need those. I think I'm going to toss those. This is a coaster that I was practicing embossing on one side and then stamped on the left. If you hole punch this, it would be great to give to a friend, put it on a bag tag. And I do like this, and I think I'm going to keep that. This is not bad. I like it. I like the scene pretty well. I think I'm going to keep that one. This one, so-so. I was messing with trying a little bit of shadowing there. It's not all that great. This one, I happen to know what's in the pile, and I think I can do without that. This is just practice. I've done these a lot, so I don't need to keep that. This was something I saw on Pinterest, and they wrote happy birthday. Actually, as I look at this happy birthday should be the other way around, because it should be kind of like the binding of a book. And if a binding of a book is printed this way, to where you have to hold it like that to read it, it's not correct. All books, if you think about it, they are printed so that you hold them this way and read it. So this is backwards, but I was just practicing. I don't think it's really worth keeping, even the idea. This is okay. I don't think I want to keep it, but I see scrap paper on the back of that. So we'll practice more. I do like this. It was a good springboard. It's kind of a something exactly like what I saw on line, and I just changed these more towards cactuses, but I think I'm going to keep that. I actually do like this. This is something I saw online and tried to replicate. What I learned, though, is the erasing pencil marks when they're watercolored over wasn't working for me. So I'm going to have to I'm going to keep this in order to figure out how to get these lines either to disappear or do this without lines. I used art tape to create the frame, and I didn't like it at the time so much when I did it, but as I was going through this pack, I actually do like the design. I actually do like it. I would make a few changes, but I want to keep it. I like this birthday card. I may cut this off, but I like the rocks. I think I would change the shape of the rocks a little bit less round, a little bit more varied, but the little cracks and the stuff, I kind of like that. So I think I'm going to keep that. And then this is a happy birthday cactus, and I think I'll keep that. So all of these other things, this pile is going to get tossed, which is actually hard for me to do. I don't like getting rid of paper, but I will, I have to. Sometimes I just have to. This I'm not going to glue in. Actually, I think what I'm going to do, my next project, I think I'm going to work on drawing more jars better and have a sample to glue on here, and we can do that later. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to use regular Elmer's clear glue because I don't want to use up good glue. And all right, let's see why we're not working here. And I just want to get this on here. We'll close the book and let them dry. Be very simple. These books are fun. At least everything, as eclectic as the book is, and the things in it, it's all in one spot. That I like. So let's cut this off and glue this in. Because again, I am a paper nut. I have a paper fetish, and I thought I was weird. I actually have met somebody at church. She has a paper fetish too. So I'm like, oh, I'm not too weird. I'm going to trim this down too because I want it to fit on the page. But I will remember the border. Let's see if this fits on the page better. I'll know that it had a top and bottom border. That's good. But I love paper. I don't know what it is. I love the texture. I love books because they're made of paper. And I don't know, something therapeutic about it. So there's my extra paper. Let's get this on. That is so cute. But I've got to look into how to get rid of the lines under watercolor. There's a little practice bird on there. And if one of these pops off, I'll just glue it back on. Oops. There we go. Love that desert scene. I love it, as you can tell. And I said in another video that I love cactuses because they're not high maintenance. They're not finicky. They just don't require much. And I love their strength in that regard. And I kind of try to implement that in my life, to just not be finicky, be strong. Cactus, they absorb their water and they conserve it and survive on it when the droughts come, the desert, the summertime comes. And I like that. I like that mentality, if you want to call it that. And that's why I admire them. And yet they're prickly, which is kind of a pain if you try to fiddle with them, but it also protects them. And we need to be able to protect ourselves, don't we? Okay, we're about done. I got one more thing, and what I've discovered is a project. I'm going to work on some jar drawings and then get some flowers in it. And then I'm going to have to find something to some books or something to put on this, so that while this dries, these will be pressed at least, and at least this book will close. I'm looking around for some books. Okay, so let's close this, and let me go get some books. Okay, I found a good one. This is a good one. Nice and thick. What is this? What is this? Oh, 527 pages. I think that'll press good. And since I love paper, paper is heaven to me, I think that's appropriate. So this is one way to keep kind of your favorite samples at hand so that they can spur on some other ideas. Just like going through this, I want to make jars, pictures of jars, but I want more variety. So once I get some made, I'll put them in the book, and then I'll have a good example. And at least, if nothing else, know that I can do this. So thanks for stopping by. Subscribe, pop a comment below, and I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you next time.